Hey Heather and Kelly, I'm going to go over all of the stuff for our lesson plan, our math lesson plan. I've decided that I'm going to go ahead and do the first part of the lesson. I just decided to do that because I thought it was really confusing and I thought it might be easier if I just went ahead and did that part. So, I'm just going to run through really quick and tell you exactly what's going to happen for the lesson. I think it's going to be about 30 minutes long. We're each going to get about 10 minutes for our parts. The first thing that we're going to do is I'm going to come in with a bag of groceries and I'm going to talk about how the night before I went shopping, and I'm going to ask them what happens when you go shopping, and they can talk to each other about it or raise their hand, and they can tell me, you have to go up to the cash register and pay with money. And then I'm going to say, well, that leads me into our objectives of the day. So I have my objectives here. And if you see, I'm going to read the green words and the students are going to read the red words. And we're going to read them all together. So after we read the objectives, we're going to go over a review of the word value. And I've put these words into English and Spanish, and I hope they're okay. But we're going to review the word value, and I'm going to bring in my iPad and a teddy bear and ask them which one has more value and why. And then we're going to talk about, well, coins have values also. And so then I'm going to show them this poem, and it's on a big piece of paper, but I'm going to hang it. It's called The Coin Poem, and I did this with my class during internship, but it says, penny, penny, easily spent, copper brown and worth 1 cent. Nickel, nickel, thick and fat, you're worth 5 cents, I know that. Dime, dime, little and thin, I remember you're worth 10. And quarter, quarter, big and bold, you're worth 25, I am told. So then after that, I'm going to have these big coins stuck to the board. And I'm going to pass out a few of these cards to students who I think have trouble. And it has the coins and their values. And I'm going to ask a few students to come up and tag each coin with its value. And then after that, let's see. Then I'm going to talk about how counting coins, it's important to be really quick. And when you count coins, you don't want to go to the store and be really slow because everybody's going to be waiting on you in the line. So you have to be really fast. So we're going to talk about something called skip counting. And I'm going to actually tag this and put it on my shirt with a paper clip. And this is the strategy that we're going to use. And what we're going to do is I'm going to ask kids if they know what skipping means. And I'm actually going to skip around the room and talk about how skipping is faster than walking. And skip counting is faster than just counting one by one. So then I'm going to get these coins. There's 4 quarters here. And there's 10 of these dimes and a bunch of nickels. And I'm going to need your help to set these out in the classroom like one by one, because we're going to have a few volunteers come up and skip over the coins. So I'm going to put them spread out like this, and a student is going to come up and go 25, 50, 75, $1 and jump on the coins. So we're going to do that with the quarters first, then we're going to do it with the dimes, and then we're going to do it with the nickels. And the nickels will go all the way around the room because there's 20 of them. So I'll need your help getting them all set out because it takes a long time to get them all set out for students to jump on. I'm also going to make a chart on chart paper with like different circles that say 5, 5, 5, 5, and we'll go 5, 10, 15, 20, and we'll skip with our fingers also. Okay, and then after that, let's see. Okay, now after that, then that part is done. That's my part, and hopefully I can get that all done in 10 minutes. I'm really worried. Then it comes Kelly's part, and Kelly, I just put you in charge of the school store. What you're going to do is you're going to pass out these bags, and inside of each of these bags are different coins. Like this has 4 quarters. This has 20 nickels. And you want people around each other to have different types of coins. You don't want everybody in one line to have all the quarters. You want to kind of mix them up. And we can do that, Heather and I. So what you're going to do is you're going to pass those out. And then on the board, we'll write this sentence stem, which is in here. It says, I have blank. Their value is blank. What do you have? So they'll turn and tell and say, for instance, when they get their bag, they'll say, I have quarters. Their value is 25 cents. What do you have? And then the person next to them will like repeat that sentence stem. Then after that, they will open up their bags and skip count their change to make sure that their bag contains $1. This is a way for us to make sure kids understand how to skip count, because if they say, I don't have $1, and then you check and they do, you know they're having trouble. So I've already checked all the bags, and I'm pretty sure they all have $1 in them. So we'll give them time to check their bags to make sure they have $1 in them. Then we will explain about the store. So the store, I'm going to have, this is our school store, and this is a picture of me that I used from summer camp. And I'm going to tape this up and put these 3 containers. These are erasers, pencil flags, and pencils. And what you're going to do is you are actually going to be the cashier for the first time. You're going to ask for 3 volunteers to come up. They're going to come up and pick one item out of the school store with their bag. They have to bring their bag with them. And they're going to come up to you as the cashier, and here are my 3 cashiers, my cash registers. And you're going to ask them to skip count their money to $1. They have to do it correctly, and if they do it correctly, then they get to keep their item. You're going to give these 3, the rest of the class is going to watch this. Every time a student comes up, the 3 students comes up, and they skip count their money for you, you're going to send them away with one of these cash registers, because they now are going to be one of your cashiers. So there's going to be 3 cashiers out of all of our students in the class. So after the 3 students have come up, picked their item, skip counted for you, and the rest of the class has watched them, they bring their cash registers back to their seat, and now you tell the rest of the class, well, now it's your turn. So all the students are allowed to come up, pick an item out of the dollar store, then they have to go back and choose a cashier to go to. And they have to skip count their money for the cashier. And the cashier just puts the money in the cash register. And then they get to keep the item. And then I think that's it. So that is your part. Oh, and also while the students are checking out and at the cash registers checking out, us 3 teachers want to be at each one of these cashiers to watch students skip count to make sure they're doing a good job. Then that comes to Heather's part, so hopefully that will take 10 minutes. Then Heather has the last 3 bullets. Heather's going to do the stop and jot, so this is kind of the review and the wrap up. And the stop and jot is with a sticky note. Each student in the beginning will have a sticky note on their desk. And she's going to ask, why is it important to know how to skip count when you go to the store? Why is that important to know, that strategy? And then, of course, I have the skip counting vocabulary word pinned on me. And so the students take time to write down on their sticky note why it's important to skip count, and then maybe we can put something on the board where they can all go stick their sticky note on the board, like a little frame or something. Then we're going to do a hot onion review. I'm only going to have like 4 pieces of paper in it because I think we're going to be really cutting it close. It might have like, what strategy should you use when counting change to be faster, or what is the value of a quarter, which coin has a value of, I don't know, 10 cents or whatever. So that will be the hot onion. And then the very end, Heather will go over our objectives. She will say, did we add coins to total $1? Yes. Then she'll check it off. Did we skip count to buy one item using coins? Yes. Did we explain and write how counting coins correctly can help me at the store? And check it off? Yes. So, and then that's it. So hopefully I've explained it pretty well. These are all my materials. Just let me know if you have any questions. Talk to you later.